Hello, you're watching Flip TV News. I am Okoyemi Olubemi. Let's take a look at today's headlines. Now the news in details. The keenly contested poll produced a winner with the All Progressives Congress APC candidate Usman Ododo clinching the much coveted seat. Ododo won with 446,237 votes, defeating his closest rival Murtala Ajaka of the Social Democratic Party SDP, who scored 259,052 votes, while Dino Melaye of the People's Democratic Party polled 46,362 votes. Ododo expressed satisfaction with the conduct of security operatives and commended them for ensuring that things were smooth and peaceful.
Everybody helps your YouTube videos get seen. Sure, she can remind me why I went into the kitchen.
I went to my leader, my benefactor, and my family. The executive level of the committee and
I hand over this mic to my governor-elect to make his own remarks.
Meanwhile, Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State has thanked his supporters in the wake of his declaration as the winner of the governorship election by INEC earlier in the day. Opposite Odinma and his wife Chioma were filmed dancing as they celebrated the governor's re-election. Social media aides to the governor, Rascal Okechukwu, popularly known as Cubana Chief Priest, shared a video of the dance on his Instagram page on Sunday. Uzodinma of the All Progressives Congress were declared as the winner of the Saturday election with 540,308 votes, while Samuel Anyanwu of the People's Democratic Party came a distant second with a total of 71,503 votes.
Woo!
to the results, Labour Party governorship candidate in Imo State, Achonu, averred that the Imo election is a disgrace and a rape of democracy.
I'm so disappointed with the conduct of the security agencies in our country. I'm completely disappointed. INEC chairman, we complained bitterly, and then the man really, to an extent, he really tried to, consider our fears and anxiety and try to put certain things in place. For example, he had guaranteed the upload of results. They assured us that collation would take place at the designated places, both at the ward level and at the local government INEC offices. Now, we insisted that where the INEC offices are not available, they should designate public places, not local government headquarters, where the government has total and complete control over access into the places. But we were shocked that not only they didn't even consider the use of beavers in the declaration of the results, because in 70% of the places, beavers accreditation was not used. And then we were shocked that the professor, a man who is supposed to be living above reproach, a man who is mentoring our youth, our leaders of tomorrow, can come out and be talking the way he did last night. But anyway, that's what we have become used to in this country. But having said that, INEC tried their best. And when INEC is doing so, as they are working to perfect the process, the criminal elements who participate in the political process are also working very hard to do whatever they like to abort the process. Yesterday was a disgrace. It was a rape on democracy. You will see where you have there was voter apathy yesterday. So they now, and it was the military. I'm calling out the military. They are the ones responsible for this. Because after the bombing in Okigwe, after the burning of houses and shops in Nehime, we appealed to the GOC to please come out, do something, maybe have town hall meetings to assuage the people, make them understand that you are not here to kill them, but that you are here to protect the process. Even the general that was sent here, the General Achonu, I even spoke to him. I appealed to him that it's very, very necessary. Because all the tanks people were seeing moving up and down. You come to a place where there has been peace over the years until this government came into place. And the killing started and the burning of houses. And then you have an election coming up. Then suddenly you have tanks moving all over the place after being bombed to extinction. Then you don't explain to them that those tanks are not there to kill them, that they are there to protect the process. How do you expect them to come out and vote? And then this morning, I was shocked, Ruben. As I was moving around, I drove around deliberately because I saw what was happening in the social media. I promised these people, the youths of this country, the youths of Imolites, young men who we are trying to make sure that their future is assured. I promised them. I went around all the local governments in the state, promising them that we will protect the process. Because I had been promised by the military, the police, the DSS, that this process, their votes, will be secured.
Well, Senator,
only for me to see what happened. Security agencies carrying ballot boxes, protecting APC officials, doing massive rigging. Journalists being beaten, and Arise people were thrown out of one compound where they swore people thumb printing. Ruben, it's a shock.
In similar developments, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) on Sunday night had joined the collation of results in the November 11, 2023 Bayelsa State governorship election till Monday noon. Results from 6 of the 8 local government areas in the state, namely Kolokuma, Okokuma, Obia, Yenagwa, Shagbama, Nembe, and Ekeremo, have been collated. The remaining local government areas are Brass and Southern Ijo. Professor Farouk Huta, who is the Vice Chancellor of the Federal University of Technology, Mina, and the state's returning officer for the election in Bayelsa, adjourned the exercise on Sunday night. Earlier on Sunday, the All Progressives Congress, APC, had alleged that there was an attempt to manipulate the election results of Brass local government area in favor of the People's Democratic Party, PDP. Some had also staged a protest. Governor Doye Diri of the People's Democratic Party, PDP's main opponent, is a former Minister of State for Petroleum Resources and a former governor of the state, Timpere Silva.
Local government that were available here, and so we will keep waiting for the remaining one. I think we have any other local government that is ready. All right. So, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have actually finished with the local government that were available here, and so we will keep waiting for the remaining one. I think we have 2 more. We will adjourn and return. We will reconvene at 6 o'clock. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Any other local government that is ready? All right.
Reacting to Ododo's win, the governorship candidates of the People's Democratic Party in the Kogi State governorship election, Senator Dino Melaye, has called for the cancellation of the election due to the irregularities that marred the election. Dino Melaye, in a press conference on Sunday in Lokoja, the state capital, said that the irregularities that marred the Saturday election in all 3 senatorial districts were unprecedented in the history of the state and should not be allowed to stand. He described the exercise as shameful and unhealthy, regretting that the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has not learned any lesson to realize, ameliorate, and palliate the problem they created for the democratic process during the general elections in the country, still repeating the same in the governorship election.
And outrightly call for the total cancellation of the election because that was not an election. It is shameful that the unhealthy INEC refused to realize, ameliorate, or palliate the problems they created in the last presidential and governorship elections. Yesterday, in 5 local governments of the Central Senatorial District in Kogi State, there was no election in any. Surprisingly, accreditation was done manually. The beavers was not used. Prepared result sheets manifested even before accreditation took place. The evidence is all over the media. So INEC, as a matter of urgency, must cancel the election. Many areas where I won, after counting, my agents were told that there are no available result sheets to enter the results. And we have evidence to back up this assertion. As I speak to you, it is shameful that this is what our democracy have descended to. INEC have manifested more than ever before that they cannot be trusted, they are biased, they are compromised, and they cannot be a neutral umpire. INEC officials, youth corps members were caught yesterday with prepared result sheets even before the commencement of the processes leading to the election. A youth corps member was caught yesterday with 1 million naira in his bag. Complete 1 million naira with a prepared results already. There was deliberate suppression of my votes in Lokoja and Kogi local government. This was deliberately done by Yaya Bello and the APC to make sure that even in their orchestrated arrangements, I don't come second. Because they do believe that there will be a second ballot. And they believe that if there's a second ballot, I have tremendous influence and support in the central, and I can build an inroad in the east. So they will prefer any other person to come second, who will find it difficult to have support in the central and in the west. So with these various malpractices that have bedeviled this election, I call for the total cancellation of this election. I call for a total repentance from INEC, where we will now conduct a credible poll. I am not perturbed, I am not worried, I am not disturbed. To the glory of God, I am okay. But it is just pathetic, and I sympathize with the people of Kogi State. I sympathize with the people of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and I weep for our country. I weep for generations yet unborn, that in the 21st century, you have an umpire, you have an INEC that is biased. You will be shocked, as I am, that after all the promises by Mahmoud Yakubu, that Mahmoud Yakubu cannot wash his hands out of this calamity. There is no way Yaya Bello and the APC will have access to sensitive INEC documents without the collaboration of the highest level in INEC. They had result sheets before the election. These result sheets are supposed to be in the CBN. They are sensitive material that should not be tampered with. So how did APC gain access to ballot papers? How did they gain access to original result sheets? It shows that we have no INEC, we have no umpire, we only have an institution that is aiding fraud, that is aiding corruption, and that is aiding rigging. And this particular rigging I have never seen in my life. I have seen digital rigging, I have seen snatching of ballot papers, I have seen writing of results, but this particular system of rigging in Kogi State election yesterday is legendary. It is scientific, it is well planned, well orchestrated, but poorly implemented. The implementation is myopic, it's porous, it's parochial, it displays intellectual stagnancy because their life expired before even it was pronounced. I call on the security agencies who apparently did very well yesterday. I applaud the security agencies for maintaining peace, though the strategy of APC in Kogi election was not violent, because they found out that that may not aid their intended corruption. But I want to state unequivocally that the battle to salvage the people of Kogi State, to me, is a battle of no retreat, no surrender. And we have not heard the end of this yet, because I will fight this with the last blood in my vein. We will fight it to the latter. The people's mandate must be realized, and we will not allow Yaya Bello to have a third term. It is not possible. Yaya Bello cannot have a third time through a proxy. The people's mandate, the people's wish in this state must be fulfilled. This is not the wish of the people, and I say that we will not allow this to stand. We will wait to see what INEC will do. We will wait to see what INEC and what the reaction of INEC will be. But if they do not carry out ameliorations, we as citizens of this country, within the confines of the law, we will prove that power truly belongs to the people. This is not the end of it. I thank you, Kogites. I thank you, those who came out to vote for me yesterday. But I will try to defend your votes. we will make sure that this satanic manifestation is not allowed to stand. My situation room just released. You will see that in 3 local governments, there was overvoting of 174,000. In 3 local governments, overvoting of 174,000 in 3 local governments. You find out that from INEC portal, this is the accreditation, this is the number. But going to the result sheet, there is overvoting. And in 3 local governments, we computed overvoting in the central of 174,000 in 3 local governments. This is wicked, this is nefarious, this is barbaric, and it's unacceptable. INEC is the bane of our development as a nation. And this is the time for Nigerians to rise and make sure that for the first time, we will, through legitimate process, change the leadership of INEC and then restructure INEC. Start by condemning in its totality the
Our flights will go today, sir.
On the notification bell, Okpeyemi will be reporting live.